Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoot, back with the International Trainers League, season number 5, week number 4, against the Reno Regis, coached by Eric. Eric's a very good guy, so looking forward to a very good battle. Well, was looking forward to a very good battle. About to show a very good battle, is what I should say. I'm going to go over the teams real quick. Here's Tapu Bulu, which is his Zmon user. Zerkatry, Gengar, Bisharp, Flygon, Miltank, Crobat, Fortress, Seismitoad, Delphox, and Scrafty. That being said, I have Victini, Manaphy, Shaman, Zapdos, Cofagrigus, Nidoqueen, Florges, Lucario, Sneasel, Druddigon, and a Rangaroo, where Lucario is my Z move holder, or Z crystal holder. My potential Z move mon, I should say. And I do bring Lucario making a season debut with the Stellium Z. Substitute Swords Dance, Close Combat, and Bullet Punch. Enough speed to outspeed, I think, the Zerkatry. And everything below Zerkatry, obviously. Max attack, a lot of HP investment, a little defense investment. I can set up on Bisharp. I can set up on Gengar if it's like locked into a poison type move. I can set up on Miltank. I can set up on Fortress, and potentially Seismitoad. That being said, I bring Close Combat for literally everything except Gengar and the Crobat, I believe, and the Delphox, and the Bulu, which I'll take a lot from the Bullet Punch, except the Delphox is the only real mon that can take a hit, but I don't think it wants to take a +2 close combat into a Bullet Punch. I just don't think it does want to take that. That being said, this is a good mid-game wall breaker, early game wall breaker, late game cleaner. The Stellium Z allows me to have a very, very powerful steel type attack if I don't think Bullet Punch is going to knock something out, and does a lot. I think it knocks out the Gengar. At +2, it knocks out everything. So there's that. Next up is going to be Cofagrigus. Trick Room, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Fighting, Quiet Nature, Max Special Attack, Max Defense, and I got the Cobra Berry for the Bisharp. Bisharp's the main threat to my team as I bring 2 Psychic types and the Ghost type. My team is built around Trick Room, as I'll get into in a second. I bring Nidoqueen, which is a quiet natured, max special attack, max HP, focus sash set. And quiet nature means I have a minus speed. So I'm going to outslow everything on its team with this, which is good and bad in a sense. But under Trick Room, it's really good. I have Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Stealth Rock. Basically hits everything on its team for at least neutral damage. Next up is going to be Victini, and I'm not bringing. I really wanted to bring a Choice Banded or a Life Orb V-Create Victini, but he has the Miltank, which is just a hard counter to this thing, and I wouldn't be able to do much to it even with my set I wanted to run. So I'm actually going to bring a specially offensive Blue Flare, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Trick Room on this thing as well, with almost max HP and a lot of defense investment, so I can I got a chance to live a Sucker Punch from the Bisharp, and I'm rocking the Wise Glasses to boost my special attack a little bit. Can hit his team for neutral damage across the board. That being said, another Quiet Nature mon, negative speed EVs, speed EVs and nature. Next up is Dewara, my Choice Banded Sneasel with Knockoff, Pursuit, Icicle Crash, and Ice Shard. Max speed. The reason I run max speed this game is because I expect his Crobat to be speed creeping. Oh, yeah. I expect his Crobat to speed creep a Sneasel that is speed creeping a Gengar. And Gengar tops out at 178, so I would top out. So if I was speed creeping Gengar, I'd be sitting at 179 speed, and he could speed creep me at 180 speed, but I'm going to be setting it 183 speed. So if he's adamant, Crobat max speed sets at 182, I believe. Yeah, it sets at 182, meaning that he would outspeed all of my Mons, including a Sneasel that's outspeeding a Gengar. And I do have the knockoff, the Pursuit, the Icicle Crash, and the Ice Shard, and I'm Choice Banded, so very fucking powerful. And that and my boy Crixus, the Lucario, are my only Mons that are functioning well outside of Trick Room, along with Cofagrigus, obviously. Next up, making the season debut alongside of Lucario is Oranguru, Maurice the Oranguru. Got the Cobra Berry here as well with the Inner Focus ability. Trick Room, Nasty Plot, Psychic, and Hidden Power Fighting. Another Mon that puts in a tremendous amount of work. Max special attack, 188 EVs in HP, 64 in defense, and 8 in special defense. This allows me to potentially live a knockoff, or it makes, okay, I'd definitely live a knockoff, but if I already have some prior damage, I can come in on a few Mons and take damage and then live a hit from Bisharp, which is really, really important in this match, as Bisharp is a huge threat. And as you can see, he brings the Fortress, the Seismitoad, the Tapu Bulu, the Delphox, and the Bisharp alongside of Flygon. So we'll hop into the battle here. And get things underway here. Pokemon Trainer Eric giving me a challenge here. So I'm going to lead Nidoqueen. I thought it was the best lead as he brings Fortress. Now I could have led with Victini, fired off a powerful Blue Flare, which is why I didn't expect the Fortress to be the lead. I didn't even expect Fortress to come. He's going to set up a Stealth Rock, which is good for him. I guess I should have predicted that since I actually don't have a way to get rid of rocks in this match. But I go for a powerful Earth Power, which does a hell of a lot. And brings in a Seismitoad here. He's actually going to be able to eat this up pretty good. And right here's where the Trick Room variant of Nidoqueen is going to bite me in the ass. He's actually going to be able to outspeed me and throw off a Scald, which is unfortunate because it does burn me and it does over half. But I can 3-hit KO him, but I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to hard switch out here into my Oranguru. Like I said, I can live this attack, and I could, I like how Oranguru comes out standing on his feet and then sets on his ass. So he doesn't get to burn on this turn, thankfully. And I really debated between going for the hard Hidden Power Fighting as he goes into Bisharp, but I ultimately chose to go for the Nasty Plot. I do have a good chance to live this unless he gets a maximum roll on knockoff if he's Life Orb. But if he's Choice Band, this is guaranteed knockout. I think it has like a really like 1% chance to knock me out. But I don't get to see an item here, so oh yeah, I do. He's Life Orb. Sorry about that. Forgot. I'm going to go hard into Lucario here, and I'm going to set up a substitute. Now, the reason I set up a substitute is because he has an obvious sack in Fortress, which I can proceed to sub up on and then click Swords Dance on. And what this means is I become a huge threat, because I don't think he can break my sub with anything. And he reveals to go for Gyro Ball here, so I know he doesn't have anything to break my sub with, which is really good for me. I'm going to be able to take out at least 2 Mons. I'm going to take out the Fortress here with the close combat, and then whatever he brings in, as long as it's not the Delphox, I should be able to knock it out as well. And if he does bring in the Delphox, I could go for the Stellium Z and see how much damage it does. But he chooses to bring in the Flygon and goes for Earthquake to break my sub. And what this means is Flygon's going to drop to a +2 close combat, because Lucario's a beast And now we're up 5-4 with a +2 Lucario on the field that still has bullet punch. But he's going to bring in Delphox here, so good play on his part. Forces me out, as extreme speed and bullet punch don't do enough to knock it out even at +2. I'm going to, easy sack here. Sack off my Nidoqueen as he goes for the Fire Blast. So at this point, I think he may be scarfed, and I need to find out if he is. I need to find out if he's scarfed. I'm going to go into Cofagrigus here, though, and I'm going to throw off a Shadow Ball, I believe. Pretty safe Shadow Ball. As he goes into Woolywog, the Seismitoad. Not too big of a problem here, as I can 2-hit KO this thing pretty easily. Seismitoad's obviously bulky, though. He does knock me off, though. Gets rid of my Cobra Berry, which is unfortunate because Bisharp becomes a huge, huge threat. Luckily, I still have Lucario, though. So it's not that big of a threat. I can always revenge kill it. And what he's going to do here is he's going to bring in his Bisharp. And he's going to actually double. He's going to double into his Delphox, expecting me to go into Lucario. Which isn't a bad play by no means, but I go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and he reveals to be Red Card. So now I know he's not Choice Scarfed, which is really, really good for my Sneasel. Really, really good for my Sneasel. And that's exactly what gets drug out, so phenomenal. I could cook Pursuit here, but it's a 50-50. If he stays in, then he knocks me out. And if I go for knockoff, that's the best play in my opinion, because I can get rid of items and whatnot. So I get rid of the Bisharp's Life Orb, and then I go straight out into Cofagrigus as he actually goes for the Sucker Punch, revealing that he doesn't know that I'm banded. So that's good stuff to keep in mind. He thought I might go for the low kick, and he wanted to get the Sucker Punch off there. Goes for the knockoff, though, and I live on 15. Get the Mummy ability swapped over, so he doesn't have Define anymore. I don't think it really matters, though. I go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and I'm going to be able to pick off the Bisharp. So things are working out smoothly for us so far, after a pretty shitty start in my opinion. Now he brings out the Bulu. What this means is trouble. I'm going to throw up a Trick Room here and see if I can outspeed this thing. He goes for the Wood Hammer. Going to easily knock me out at 15 HP. Gets a crit, didn't matter. But he loses his Grassy Terrain. It also doesn't matter. I guess it matters in terms that he does have the Mummy ability. So if I attack him with a physical attack, I'll also get the Mummy ability. Not too big of a deal. But here I'm just going to bring in Lucario. And I'm going to go for the Stellium Z. But I didn't know I had to be so far in the game to go use Z Crystals. So I'm actually only going to be able to throw off a Bullet Punch. Otherwise, I would have went into Victini and thrown off a fucking Blue Flare and knocked this bad boy out, as it looks like he's locked in the Wood Hammer, as by that damage you can tell that he's probably banded. So at this point, I'm just shaking my head like, why didn't I fucking know that I couldn't use Z Crystals, because I wasn't far enough in the game yet. Very unfortunate. I lose my Lucario for it. Not the end of the world, though. Now I can bring in Victini and do what I should have done last turn and knock this bad boy out with the Blue Flare. As he goes for this Wood Hammer, I could set up a Trick Room and then knock out the Bulu next turn as I go first and get some good damage off on the Delphox with Shadow Ball. But if I didn't kill the Delphox, it would proceed to knock me out, then outspeed my Sneasel, meaning, or outslow my Sneasel, which in Trick Room means outspeeding my Sneasel, and that would be bad news because it could knock me out with the fucking Fire Blast if it lands. So not going for Trick Room is my better play. Eat up the Wood Hammer, knock out the Bulu, let this Delphox revenge kill me, as he steals my Wise Glasses, meaning a banded knockoff is now a guaranteed knockout. Whereas if he didn't steal my Wise Glasses, he would have a chance to live my knockoff. Because he said he's very bulky, max HP, but he did steal my item. I do go for the banded knockoff, and I'm able to get a knockout there and defeat Eric 1-0 in the match. So really, really good game, Eric. That was very fun. Very, very fun match. Wasn't really comfortable using Trick Room, but I guess that'll happen later in the season, I guess. But anyways, yeah, good game to Eric. Next up, we'll play Trevor Shearforce, coach of the Long Island Gold Ducks. If you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.